Hi everyone, welcome to the fourth session of confusion matrix. In this session, we will learn about true positive rate, false positive rate, true negative rate, and false negative rate. Please note, in this session, I will show you mathematically how to calculate each and every term what I have written here. And again, in my later sessions, I'll show through Python, and then we will validate the value whatever we have evaluated, whatever we have calculated here, and we'll use Python, and then through that we will validate our values. So let's start. So first of all, what we will do, we will learn about the true positive rate. In machine learning, the true positive rate is also referred to as the sensitivity or the hit rate or the recall. Okay, and it is basically used to measure the percentage of actual positive which are correctly identified. What we can say, if our model will be will be the best if we have the true positive rate which is close to 1, and the formula for true positive rate is true positive divided by total positive. So if we have confusion matrix like this, then the true positive will be, so if we have a confusion matrix like this, so what we can say is the true positive rate is equals to true positive divided by true positive plus false negative. So here it will be true positive will be, this is our and first of all, this 0 is equal to 0, so this will be true, and because we have 0 here, so it will become true negative. 0 not equals to 1, this is false, and here we have 1, that's why it will become false positive. 1 is not equal to 0, this becomes false, and we have 0, that's why it becomes false negative, and we have 1 equals to 1, that's why, and further on this 1 is here, that's why it becomes true positive. Now the formula for true positive will be nothing but true positive divided by true positive plus false negative. True positive divided by true positive plus false negative. Okay. If we see here, true negative, what is true negative? The true negative rate is also called the specificity, the ratio of true negative and the total number of negative we have predicted. So if we see here, this will be our total negative. Okay. And if you see this will be our total positive. Total positive. This Fn plus Tp is total positive, and Tn plus Fp is the total negative. So this will play a big role in our true positive, in all the terms that we are dealing in this session to calculate all those terms. Okay. So moving on to the next, what is false positive? Well, the false positive is nothing but we also call it as a fallout and the proportion of the negative cases incorrectly identified as the positive cases. Okay. Cases, and it is defined as the total number of negative cases incorrectly identified as positive cases divided by total number of negative cases. And we have the formula here. So for the false positive, we can say that false positive is equal to false positive divided by total negative plus false positive. And then we have the last term here, the false negative rate. False negative rate is also called the miss rate, and the proportion of positive which is the negative test outcome. Okay. So the most important thing about the false negative rate is the lesser is the false negative rate, the better is the model. Well, the difference between the false positive and the false negative rate is false negative rate, it is defined as the number of positive cases. You take an example of a disease. A person has gone to a lab for some test, and if in the test, though the person has a disease, and if it is classified as the person does not have disease, then it's examples of the false negative rate, it will come here. And in that case, we should ensure that lesser is the false negative rate, the better is the model. Even in case of false positive rate, it means that the person does not have the disease but is identified to have the disease. Though person will get some medication, but it will not hamper his health. In case of false negative rate, the person, despite of having the particular disease, it will not be termed as having a disease, and finally person will realize that he has reached the last stage and will be fit. So that's where this false negative and false positive comes into picture. Now we will have our 2 by 2 matrix and 3 by 3 matrix. I'll show you how to calculate the false positive mathematically, and then in the later sessions I'll show through Python, through normal Python, through sklearn, and through other libraries also. So everything is in the right, it will be coming in the queue. So what I will do, I will, as I have shown in my previous session, I will create a classification data set, and then I use logistic regression to fit and transform and to predict, and finally we will create our confusion matrix. So I'll run this. I don't want to create, I just want to create a confusion matrix of 2 by 2, and then later on we'll go with 3 by 3 and 4 by 4 or 5 by 5. So this is my confusion matrix. So let's start. So this is nothing but our 2 by 2 confusion matrix. And what are the terms we are supposed to calculate is true positive rate, true negative rate, false positive rate and false negative rate. Now this is our confusion matrix, so 2 by 2. So this is 0 and 0, right? And this is 1 and this is my true positive, true negative. Please watch my first video of this session of this playlist so that you will understand how I am defining true positive and true negative. I have very nicely defined it there. Okay, so this will be my true negative, this value will be my false positive, and this value will be my false negative. Now, so as per this diagram, we can see our true positive is equals to 45, our true negative is equals to 47, our false positive is equals to 3, and our false negative is equals to 5. Now, the formula for true positive rate is true positive divided by total positive, which is equals to true positive divided by total positive. This is our total positive and this is our total negative. Okay, positive. So total positive is nothing but the sum of false negative and true positive. So which is equals to, now as per this will be 45 divided by 45 plus 5, which is equal to 45 by 50, right? Which is equal to 0.9. Now again, my true negative rate is equals to total negative, true negative by total negative. Okay, so which is equal to true negative by total negative. What is my total negative? True negative plus false positive, which is equal to, now here we'll put the values, substitute. True negative is how much? 47 divided by 47 plus false positive is how much? 3, which is equal to 47 by 50, and that will be equals to 0.94. If you calculate this, this will be 0.94. Now, false positive rate is nothing but false positive divided by total negative, which is equals to false positive by total negative is this true negative plus false positive, which is equals to, now false positive is 3 divided by, well, how much is true negative? 47, and false positive is how much? 3. So this will be 3 by 50, which is equal to 0.06. Now false negative rate is equals to false negative by total positive, which is equals to false negative by total positive. This is the term total positive, this and this are my total positive, for which is true positive false plus false negative, which is equals to, now how much is my false negative? False negative is 5 divided by total true positive is 45 plus false negative is 5. So this will be equals to 5 by 50, which is equals to 0.01. So if you want to see, there is a relationship between true positive and false negative, true positive rate, and so if you add these two, true positive rate and false negative rate, this will become 1. And again, if you add these two, this will also become 1. Okay, so this is the relationship like between true negative. So the true negative rate is equal to 1 minus false positive rate, and true false negative rate is equal to 1 minus true positive rate. So for 2 by 2 matrix, it was very simple. We defined based on the 2 by 2 matrix, we have calculated it very easily. But what if we have 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, and how will you evaluate the true positive, true negative? Because these are the basics of confusion matrix. If you know how to evaluate, you can evaluate precision, you can evaluate recall, you can get sensitivity, specificity. There are n number of metrics based on these terms. So if you have a basic understanding of all these terms, you can calculate your model and the terms of the model very easily. So what I will do, I will create a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, so I'll make this number of classes as 3. I will execute this. Okay, now we have a confusion matrix of 3 by 3 order. Okay, so this is my 2 by 2. Okay, so this is my 3 by 3. So what we will do, so the moment it comes with more than 2 classes, in that case we have to, like, for each and every class we have to calculate the values. So what I will do, I'll start with class 0, and then for class 0 I calculate true positive rate, true negative rate, false positive rate, and false negative rate. Okay, so first of all, the moment you need to calculate for this, you draw a vertical line here, one horizontal line and one vertical line. Okay, so this intersection will be my true positive and this will be my true negative. And for class 0 we need to find a true positive rate for class 0. Okay, and for this, like, this will be my true negative, true negative, true negative, true negative. Then we have these two values here, this and this, right? So these two values, remember, these horizontal values and this whatever which come under the line. Okay, so this will become my false negative and this will be, these two will become my false positive. Okay, so now if I want to calculate the true positive rate for the class 0, okay, this will be nothing but same, the formula remains the same, true positive divided by total positive. Now in this case, true positive is how much? Again, true positive divided by total positive is how much? Total positive is true positive plus false negative, and this is equal to 22 divided by 22 plus, what is false negative here? 4 plus 8, 12. So which is equals to 22 by 34, which is equals to how much? 0.64705. Now if you calculate it, like, it will come like this. Now I want to calculate the true positive rate for the class 1. In that case, so what you do, you draw a vertical line here. Okay, now this cell will become my true positive. So true positive rate for class 1 is equals to true positive, which is 25 divided by true positive plus false negative, 25 plus false. So if this is the case, what will be my false negative? This value, and this value will be my false negative, which will be 6 plus 2, and that will be equal to 25 by 25 plus 8, which is 33. And if you calculate this, this will come 0.757576. Now if I want to calculate the true positive rate for class 2, if I want to calculate the true positive rate of class 2, then what I will do, I'll draw one vertical line here and one horizontal line here. Okay, so this 25 will become my true positive. Okay, so this true positive rate will be 25 divided by total positive. Total positive will be how much? 25 plus 5 plus 3, which is equal to 25 by total 33, and this is nothing but 0.757576. Now this is for the true positive rate for like all the three classes. Now what we'll do, we'll get that true negative rate similarly. True negative rate. Okay, so the true negative rate is equals to, the formula for true negative rate is true negative by total negative. Okay, so if I say that true negative rate of class 0, true negative rate of class 1, and true negative rate of class 2. So see, total negative. Okay, if I see here, what we'll do for class 0, again I'll draw a vertical line or vertical and horizontal, and this will be my, like, if I draw a this vertical and horizontal. Okay, so in this case, this 22 will be my true, how much? True positive. This 25 plus 2 plus 25 plus 3 will be my true negative. 25 plus 2 plus 3 plus 25 divided by total negative. What is my total negative? Total negative will be my this class. Total negative will be like, so this will be, the formula here will be, this formula is to true negative by total negative, means it means true negative plus false positive. True negative is how much? If you calculate this, true negative will be 25 plus 2 plus 3 plus 25. 25 plus 2 plus 3 plus 25 divided by, again, the same term, 25 plus 2 plus 3 plus 25 plus false positive. False positive, which are the terms here? False positive will be these two, this two. 6 plus 5, which will be equals to, this will be equals to this 25 plus 2 plus 3 is how much? 30 plus 25, which is nothing but 55. 55 divided by 55 plus 11, which is equals to 55 by 66. And if you calculate this, this will come to 0.83. Now, true negative rate for the class 1. Now, if you take this class, okay, so you draw a horizontal and perpendicular line. So this will be true negative by true negative plus false positive, which is equal to, now in this case true negative will be my which class? This, 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 and this. For class 1, if I take, this is my true positive, this vertices 22 plus 8 plus 5 plus 25 will be my true negative. So 22 plus 8 plus 5 plus 25 divide. So if we add up this, what will be the value? 22 plus 8 is 30, 30 plus 30 is 60. So true negative 60, and again false positive here will be how much? False positive will be the vertical line, 4 plus 3, which will be equals to how much? 60 by 67, right? Which is nothing but 0.89. Now, true negative rate for class 3. For class 2, okay, you draw a vertical and horizontal line. Okay, so this will be my true positive. This will be my true negative. So true negative by true negative plus false positive, which is really equals to, now 22 plus 4, which will be equals to 22 plus 4 plus 6 plus 25 divided by, now you add this 22 plus 4, 10, 32 plus 25, which is nothing but 57, plus false negative. False negative in this case will be the vertical one, 8 plus 2, 10. So this will be equals to nothing but 57 divided by 67, and that is equals to 0.85. So that's how we can calculate the true negative rate. Similarly, we'll calculate the false positive rate, and there is one, you can use the formula that I have shown, but I will show here like mathematically how to calculate that. Okay. Now the formula for false positive rate is equals to false positive divided by total negative, which is nothing but false positive divided by, now negative, right? So that will be nothing but true negative plus false positive. I've already shown there. Okay. So again, if I want to calculate a false negative rate for my class 0, so false positive rate for class 0 is equals to false positive by true negative plus false positive. Now if I take this class, if I draw a horizontal line here and vertical line here, okay, so in this case this is my true positive, this is my true negative, this and this is my false negative, and this value is my false positive. So if we do this here, so here it will be how much? The value will be, false positive will be how much? 6 plus 5, 6 plus 5 divided by total negative is how much? 22, 25 plus 2, this will be 50 plus 5, 55 plus 6 plus 5, which is equals to 11 by 66, and this 11 by 66, this will be 0.1667. okay. Now false positive rate for class 1, which will be equals to false positive by true negative plus false positive. Now for class 1 you will do the same thing, vertical line and horizontal line. This will be my true positive, this and this will be my true negative. So and again 4 and 4 plus 3 will be my false positive. 4 plus 3 divided by true negative will be how much? 22 plus 8 plus 25 plus 5. 22 plus 8 plus 22 plus 8 plus 5 plus 25 is my true negative. Now false positive is my 4 plus 3. So this will be equal to 7 by 30 plus 30, 67, right? 7 by 67, which is equal to 0.1044 something it will come. Now false positive rate for class 2, you draw a vertical line here and one horizontal line here, right? This value will become my true positive, this value 1 2 3 4 will become my true negative, okay, and then this vertical value will become my false positive, okay. So 8 plus 2 divided by, again 8 plus 2, because we have formula is what, true negative plus false positive. False positive is 8 plus 2 plus true negative is how much, 22 plus 4 plus 6 plus 22 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 25, which is nothing but 10 by how much, this will be 10 plus 22 is 32 plus 10 again 32 plus 42 plus 25 is 67. 10 by 67 is nothing but 0.1492. So this is how we calculate false positive rate. Now how do we calculate the false negative rate? Again, we'll show you. Now what we will calculate here is the false negative rate. Okay. So the formula for the false negative rate is equals to false negative by total positive, which is nothing but false negative by true positive plus false negative. Okay, so I'll say that false negative rate for class 0, false negative rate for class 1, and false negative rate for class 2. How do we calculate this? Now false negative rate for class 0 is, now you draw a vertical horizontal vertical line, this will be my total true positive, and false negative will be how much, this 4 plus 8, this will be my false negative. So here it will be 4 plus 8 divided by this 22 true positive, 22 plus 4 plus 8, which is equals to 12 by 34, and this will be value will be somewhere around 0.35. Okay, now false negative rate for class 1. So you draw a vertical and a horizontal line. This will be my total true positive, and this value 6 plus 2 will be my false negative. So 6 plus 2 divided by 6 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2 is nothing but my false negative, and true positive is 25. So plus 25, which is equals to 8 by 33, and this will be equals to 0.2424. Now false negative rate for the class 3, this one. So what you do, you formula will be how much, false negative. Now here this will be true positive, right, and false negative will be 5 and 3. So false negative rate for the class 2 will be 5 plus 3 divided by 5 plus 3 plus 25, which is equals to 8 by 33, and this is equals to 0.2424. So this is how I have shown in depth, in detail, what I can is how to calculate true positive rate, true negative rate, false positive rate, and false negative rate. Okay, so that's it for the session. Based on this like fundamentals, I will come up in my next session. I will teach you about how to calculate the precision recall, how to use different libraries to validate whatever we have calculated. So thanks a lot for watching the session. If you feel this video is helpful, please press the like button and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.